The day your job-based health insurance ends, a set of clocks starts. 3 of them, and they run at different speeds. They don't coordinate with each other, and when any of one of them runs out, the option it was guarding closes. Not pauses, closes. The clock started the day your coverage ended. Nobody sent you a schedule, and it's on you to keep the time. When you lose your job-based coverage, you have options beyond COBRA. I covered them in detail in a separate video and in a plain English guide that you can find at system.cares.com. But options only matter if you act on them before they close. And this is about when they close. I am a physician. I do not sell insurance. I don't make a commission. What I want you to walk away with is a clearer picture of what is still open and what closes first, as well as what you can do within the next 24 hours to ensure that you still have health insurance after losing your job, and also that you choose the best option for you. Clock 1, that's your spouse's employer plan. 30 days. If your spouse has employer-sponsored health insurance, their plan gives you a special enrollment period, which is a temporary exception to the once-a-year sign-up window to be added to their health insurance plan. Most employer plans set that window at 30 days from the day that your coverage ends. 30 days is the tightest clock in the room, and it's usually for the best value plan. Ask your spouse to call their HR department today. Not when you've figured out everything else, and not after you have run the marketplace numbers. Do it today. And have them call their HR, have them ask, hey, my spouse just lost their job-based health insurance coverage. How long do I have to add them to my plan? Some plans do allow longer than 30 days. The plan document controls it, and you need to have the actual number before you assume you have time. Clock number 2. That's the ACA or Affordable Care Act marketplace. You have 60 days special enrollment period. Losing your job-based coverage triggers a special enrollment period on the ACA marketplace in which you have 60 days to sign up for a new plan outside of the normal November 1st through December 31st open enrollment window. More runway than the spouse plan window, but it's still a hard close in that after 60 days is too late. One thing that most people do not know, if you have advance notice of your coverage loss, meaning you know your last day of work, you know you're going to be fired before it happens, the marketplace window can open up to 60 days before your coverage actually ends. The day HR tells you your last day, go to healthcare.gov and enter your anticipated coverage end date, generally the last day of the month that you are let go, and you can shop and enroll while you're still covered, and your new plan starts the day your old one ends. No gap. You can start the process before you've even lost coverage. If you saw the layoff coming, the window may already be open. Miss the 60-day window entirely, and your next opportunity is November 1st. Clock 3. That's COBRA. 60 days to elect it, but this one does work differently in that COBRA is your existing plan continued at the full cost plus a 2% administrative fee. The election window runs 60 days in the same length as the marketplace window. However, the COBRA's clock is different from the other two in that you don't have to decide on day one. COBRA is unique in that it can apply retroactively, meaning if you elect COBRA anytime within the 60-day window, your coverage is retroactive to the day that your coverage ended. That means if you wait 45 days and then decide on a different plan, and then something happens, like an ER visit or a new diagnosis, you can still elect COBRA, pay the premiums back to day one for those 2 months, and that claim is covered. The precise sequence is you have 60 days to elect. And once you elect, you have 45 additional days to make the first premium payment and a lump sum covering every month back to day one. The coverage activates retroactively once the payments are posted. What this means in practice is that COBRA functions as a free backstop. Not really free. COBRA functions as a backstop for up to 60 days while you evaluate your other options. Stay healthy, find a better plan, and let COBRA lapse, then you owe nothing. If something happens during that 60-day window, you elect it and pay back to day one, the claim is covered. This is not risk-free, and the back premiums can be a significant lump sum, and you need to be confident you can make that payment if the time comes. But it is a real option, and most people don't know that retroactive portion of COBRA. One thing to get exactly right about COBRA, for which the full course of it is 18 months. If you elect COBRA and then voluntarily drop it at any point before it expires, 18 months, whether that's 6 months in or 17 months in, that does not open a new special enrollment period on the marketplace. You're not back in that window. You have to wait for the next November for the next enrollment period. The clean exit that puts you back in a marketplace window is COBRA running its full 18-month 12-month course and then expiring on its own. What this means in practice is that once you elect COBRA and you start paying, you're effectively choosing between two different paths. You either use it as a short backstop during that first 60-day window before you choose a new plan while you're still evaluating, or you commit to the full 18 months. There's no clean exit in the middle that returns you to the marketplace. The best thing is to decide before you elect and not after. So there are 3 clocks, each with different lengths and different conditions. None of them are coordinated. The spouse plan window may close at 30 days, while your COBRA and marketplace windows are still open. You can miss one option permanently while technically still having time on the others, and never know the first one closed. The system doesn't send you a master timeline. These deadlines are not posted anywhere obvious, and you are expected to track simultaneous clocks in the most financially disorienting week of your professional life, with no guidance from the employer that just ended your health insurance coverage. The clock started the day your coverage ends. Nobody sent you a schedule. Here's what to do in the next 24 hours. If your spouse has employer benefits, have them call their HR department today. Get the exact deadline to add a dependent to their health insurance. Do not assume 30 days. Confirm the number. Start your marketplace application. You don't have to finish it today, but starting it anchors your place in the 60-day window and gives you time to run the subsidy numbers at kff.org. For California residents, use coveredca.com. Hold the COBRA election until you know which option that you're going to choose. Don't panic sign it. Don't throw it away. Use it as a backstop. If you want a guide that walks you through all this in more detail, it's at systemthatcares.com. Link is in the description. So if you recently lost your job, lost your health insurance coverage, which deadline caught you off guard? Or did you know that there were deadlines? Put in the comments. I want to know. Other people need to know. We all need to learn this stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.